Crystals. Of course. No!
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, we need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we'll need to find an enemy.
Crash! 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 My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
So, welcome to Crash Bandicoot 2. Yeah, you can do the high jump in this game. And Cortex Strikes Back. This is a year after the events of Crash Bandicoot 1, the original game. Now, in this, you get to do the crouch jump and the slide jump. Both massive improvements to Crash's ability to move. And this looks even better. In some ways, this one looks like this actually looks so much better than the original game. Holy crap! I did not think that was possible. This game uses a sort of hub world to go to missions. This being it right here.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I'd rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
I think it's every 5 missions. Yeah. I think it's like every 5 missions there's a boss fight. A couple of them are returning, at least one of them is a returning boss fight, and that's Ripperoo. The others are pretty new, if I remember correctly. Engine, Tiny the Tiger, amongst others. I forget I forget who all the bosses were. Ow! Sound like fucking Earthworm Jim. Well, Earthworm Jim's like special needs cousin. I'm actually, you know what? What's actually most entertaining about this is how much they've actually kept to the original games. Even their individual, sadly, their individual flaws. The original game was a little limited. Now, by that I don't mean to say that it was not a bad game or anything like that. What I mean to say is that it was very limited in like what you were able to do. With Crash's better movement in this game, you can actually jump and move and slide, and you can actually do things a little faster. At least the feeling's there, you know? Oh no. Oh, I got it. Shoot. Don't think that was supposed to be possible. So, overall, you know, there was improvements made. Or there were improvements made in Crash Bandicoot 2. Improvements that I mentioned in the first game, in one of the parts, that is just the first game's way harder. I'm not kidding when I say the first game is way harder than the second and third one. The third one has some things that are difficult, same way with this game, but in general, because you have better options in terms of maneuverability, and some of the frame perfect platforming bullshit isn't in this game. So
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. The crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
Are you there, Crash? Crash! Crash! Are you there, Crash? Are you there, Crash?
oh, and the relics are also in this one. They're actually in every one of the new games, so ooh. Or they're all in the 3 remastered games. When they weren't in the originals, the relics were only in Crash 3 Warped. I always called them Onks. I couldn't remember that they were called relics. Oh, aha! By the way, this does introduce the Nitro boxes. Nitro boxes, well, other than being an absolute pain in the ass, you cannot touch a Nitro box. The only way to destroy a Nitro box was to either use an enemy to destroy them, like you hit an enemy and knock them into it, you're invincible, or I think if I remember correctly, at the end of the level, there should be a box that lets you detonate all Nitro boxes. And here's something that the Crash Bandicoot games did that's unique, at least in the PS1 era, was, and I can't remember if they did it in the PS1 era or not, but I know they're doing in this. Even a lot of modern games don't do this very well. Reflections, though. Reflections are, believe it or not, a very painstaking thing to incorporate into a game. So the fact that they Okay. The fact that they incorporated reflections in the game, you know, is just a big show of love for the, you know, the original games. Damn it. I should have just slid forward more. Wah! I'm glad there's not a trophy or anything for collecting every Wumpa fruit. That would be just annoying as hell. It's bad enough that there's, you know, something like special things you get to do whenever you collect every box. Gonna crawl, bam!
What have we got?
Ah, there it is. That just destroyed all of the nitro boxes in the level. It destroys every nitro box in the whole level, by the way. Not just the ones that were prior to the box. And not just the ones in front either. So, that will require... That requires something. Might have to come back for it. I swear to God, if those are the only 2 boxes I'm missing in this entire level... Yeah, I'm gonna just be missing gems right and left for a while. I seem to remember that you couldn't really get the gems until you basically beat the game and then went back through the levels. That's the other reason why I'm not gonna do the gems until I, you know, just kind of casually feel like doing them. You know, because it just takes so much effort to do it. If and when I do them, I might release like a short video of the 3 like true endings. But again, it's one of those things where I really don't have an intention to do that. Oh yeah, I forgot you get the belly flop in this one too. Boom. The belly flop was they reused their audio asset for the piranhas. To be honest, they reused a lot of assets already. It was woo. Yeah, the little board there is a new thing as well in this game. They did a lot of new stuff in this one. It's gonna go over here. Eh, 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 eh. Now granted, I kind of wish you didn't have to collect every single box every single time you play the level, but that's just part of the game, you know? This will require the blue gem. Ah! Yeah, I did. I am getting confused now. Okay, well. There we go. $34.74. Again, that requires the blue pass to get the other 40 boxes. Holy shit! But that's why I was saying, like, getting the other box is pretty impossible right now. There's even boxes that won't appear until you actually have all the gems.
Crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
Yeah, locked boxes. If I remember correctly, locked boxes are boxes that have, like, they're basically metal boxes with, like, wire mesh on them or something. Boom! Beneflop. Crap. Yeah, I think this is one of the... Yep. The only reason I'm taking it kind of slow is because trying to go backwards in a level without remembering jack shit about the level layout is just asking for trouble. I hear you. There you are. Watch out. Whoop. Yeah. Whoop. There it is, okay. So we got all the boxes in both directions now. Fuck off. Grab these Wampa fruits. Wumpa, 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 wumpa. Ah, there we go. Thankfully, now that we have both pathways worth, we can go back to doing this. There we go. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. This is a locked box. Those clear boxes I can't get. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Fuck you! The main reason I'm even concerned with doing the bonus stages mostly has to do with getting bonus lives. Because even though this one's a little more forgiving than the original Crash Bandicoot, it's not forgiving enough to not need to do the 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's not forgiving enough to where I don't need lives. Pro tip. Sorry. Oh, that's right. I needed the... Yeah, that's gonna fuck me. And it won't let you go back down. Fuck. Oh well. Pro tip, the boxes where you bounce on them multiple times to get Wumpa fruits, those, you'll hear me count out how many times I've jumped on it. It's because those particular boxes, you can jump on them 5 times before they break. Yep, and it was just those 2. Ah! Feels stupid. Oh well. You can bounce on them 5 times before they break. So, you know, just pro strat. Then Crash Dash, I think This is the one that it doesn't help you move faster so much as it does. Yep, it's one of the escape ones. The slide doesn't help you as much as you think it would. Like, it does. It's actually kind of. Whoops. It's a bit misleading to say that. Sorry. It's a bit misleading to say that the slide helps you move faster. It doesn't. Like, it does give you like this little short, fast movement in one direction or another. Oh, by the way, nitro boxes you cannot touch at all because they'll explode on contact. Anyway. But the problem is, if you hold the slide button, you go into a crawl like that. So it's kind of misleading to say that, sorry, it's just safer to do it that way. See, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 every time. It's actually kind of funny how that works out, but I seem to remember in Warped they I seem to remember in Warp they made those boxes actually kind of random. Oh, yep, it got it for me. Alright. Yep, got me a gem. Sweet. I wonder if he does the crash dance in this one now. The first game he didn't have what's called, what is colloquially known as the crash dance. So, I'm hoping he has it in this one. Because I can't remember when he first got it. Whoa. Yep. Yeah.
So, you are helping Cortex gather crystals. Yet
Brio.
you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser. Ah, yes, a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he has created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering crystals.
And he's just... God. Oh, God. Oh, so Ripperoo. As I was saying, good old Ripperoo. He shouldn't play with nitro boxes, and neither should you. Or neither should you. Yes, Ripperoo uses... Yeah. He has a set path that he takes. I just don't remember it. Boing, 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 boing. What's funny about Ripperoo is that he's actually... in the events of the last game, after you beat him, he actually becomes sane, I guess you could say. I mean, he's still crazy, as you can tell. Ow. Yeah, if he jumps on you, you just die. If he jumps on you while you're, he's doing the nitro jumps, I should say. It's right here. And he does his maniacal jumping around again. I'm just gonna stand in this corner over here. I think I can stand right here. Yeah. Smooth. The next one is a little more chaotic. If you could just get right. There we go. Poor Ripperoo. Anyway, in the events of the first game, he becomes like a professor or something like that. Like he becomes well educated and the whole 9 yards. So. Qualicong and Qualicong and what was the other one?
I see that Ripperoo failed to prove much of a challenge yet again. But back to business. There are crystals to be gathered, 20 to be exact. The planets will align shortly, all 13 of them, and this will create a power great enough to rip the Earth apart. Properly utilized, however, the crystals can absorb and contain the energy.
Crash, is that you? I've been looking everywhere.
She's right behind
I
me.
don't have much time to tell you this. You have to be careful. Trusting Cortex seems a little unwise, Crash. I can't keep the data path open much longer. Crash, you need to...
Ah, it's like right there. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.